It's me. Hello, everyone. Today I want to find my destiny. I'm gonna just get going relatively quickly. I can't hold right by doing this, so they're gonna lose some frames here. Okay. And we're off to a bad start because I lost like 5 frames doing that. So yeah, this is another fan game. I want to be the guy. Just like I want to run the marathon, co-op, Camellia 2, all the games I've run over the years. This one is probably the most similar to Bosching, both in terms of difficulty and like level design-ish. It's not as trolly, but it's frustrating sometimes, you know? I like my speed games usually, until I get good. So yeah, this is like a standard 2D platformer with shooting and bosses and stuff. And the platforming is considerably more difficult than in Boshi, but luckily the bosses are a little bit easier. I should have totally taken that save. I'm doing normal run strats again, which is not good for this game. I'm gonna take this one. Yep, okay. Nice. This is the tutorial. I don't know why the tutorial is 1.5 minutes long. That's kinda annoying. It's just basic platforming. You learn to shoot and jump and double jump, and all the good stuff you need to know to run this game. So yeah. My donation incentive during the Boshi True 80% run is I basically do a 5-minute Boshi run if things go bad. So if you want to see how to beat Boshi in 5 minutes, probably, maybe without dying, totally donate for that. And we're almost done with the tutorial and going into stage 1. The thing about this game, the stages are very heavily themed, as you can see. Stage 1, the flamethrowers and the spinny things. So this is mainly cycle based. This isn't very exciting to watch, but it's actually a lot of very precise cycles to get. And there's a very neat skip. It's like one of the only skips in the game I use. I mean, you're going around, you do this. It doesn't work. It didn't work. There we go. It didn't even save time at swag and etc. Yeah. What's there to say about this game? It was released in like 2014 or 13, I want to say. Something to note. This is the first game the creator released, and releasing such a high quality and high production value game as your first game is like impossible in this community. There are people that have made 50 games and all of them are bad, but this guy delivered really hard. And compared to Boshi, the platforming stages are a little bit longer, but they're pretty interesting. On these crushers, they don't necessarily have to crush you to kill you. If you touch the side of it or jump into it from below, you still die, which is yay hitboxes. This game was made by a guy called Prodyaga or Cibrago. He used like 2 different names, I don't know why. Yeah. He released like 2 versions of this. The final boss got heavily nerfed and we are playing the nerfed version for obvious reasons. What is happening? I'm falling apart already in World 1. That's okay. The estimate is really lenient. My PB and the record is 110.48, I think. I kinda lost track because I haven't run this game that much. Like, I got the PB, and because I got really frustrated running this game for the longest time, I stopped playing after I got the 110. Also, something I forgot to do at the start, as always. I want to give a shout out to my nephew, who's going to be watching the VOD tomorrow, because it's too late for him to stay up to watch the run. So shout outs to Basti, and my mother and my sister, who are probably also watching. Kinda weird to have a family that supports you doing video game stuff, you know. Shout outs to them. I know if my dad is watching, but he doesn't understand English, so it's kinda hard for him to follow through. So yeah. We are still doing relatively good here. There's a thing here. Okay, that's really hard. You have to like, you have to know guy fan game mechanics to beat that save. It's like the only save in the game. When you are inside the platform and press jump, you get pulled on top of the platform. Also, these conveyor belts have a very annoying glitch. If you jump on the first or second frame after you land, there you just saw, I didn't get my first jump. I only had a second jump. And if it happens, it always kills you pretty much. I sometimes use it to set up platforming. Luckily, this is almost the only stage with conveyor belts, and the other stages where it happens, where they are, it doesn't really matter. Okay. So yeah, this is definitely a game you could probably start out playing fan games with. If you want to do that, go to fangum.es/beginner or delicious-fruit.com. And you can download all of the 5,000 plus games that exist, but don't just download a random one because most of them are really, really bad. This screen is really annoying because of the conveyor glitch. I'm gonna be focused. Okay, that's good. This screen is a run killer. If you just die at the end here, you lose so much time. I hit the save, good. Usually I just hit reload instantly, but considering it's a marathon, I don't want to lose like 20 seconds reloading without hitting the save. Oh my god, I missed that. That was unintentional, by the way. I generally take every single save in this game except for the tutorial. We are getting close to the end of stage 1 and have like one of the more difficult bosses. Bosses in this game, like every single boss has a quick kill you really, really want to get. And for some bosses it's easier to do it, for some bosses it's harder, and for the first boss in particular it's pretty difficult. Come on. This is not difficult. That's a really hard quick cycle to do here. This should make it. I made it, okay. Here's the second to last screen. There's like one screen at the end of each stage that's like semi-free, and in stage 1 is an RNG screen. And knowing myself, yeah, that's not very good, okay. We got out of the gates. Okay, that is stage 1 done. And now we are at Lava Demon. He mostly targets you with these fireballs, so you have like certain strats to damage him. On most bosses you have to take risks to damage them, which is the difficult part. 53 is good. Now he tries to kill me with his lava fist, but I pretty much know where they spawn most of the time. And now this is the dangerous attack. If you shoot him, the lava rises. And if I overdo it, I die. Okay, that was just barely close enough. And so there's a glitch. If you kill him on the last frame where he disappears from that attack, the lava keeps rising and doesn't go down again, and you are doomed. You know how it goes. Okay, it's dead. You can read a donation after every boss because there's this cutscene and stuff. So go ahead if you have a donation or a message.
Thank you very much, BBF. We have a $25 donation with a little bit of a challenge. If Big John asks my support, how could I ever refuse? Bonus if you pronounce my dumb name well. Thank you very much for the $25 donation, Jeroen van den Kromenarka. And we also have a $10 donation from Gregorius, who says, thank you very much, good luck for the run. I'd like to take this very quick opportunity to remind everybody that we are being partnered with the Yeti this year. The Yeti has a special line of ESA merchandise, free shirts and a pin, where $5 per shirt and $4 per pin goes to charity. Check out their awesome ESA selection and their other gaming items at www.theyeti.com/ESA.
Thank you very much for the donations, guys. As you probably noticed, this... Wow. As you probably noticed, the stage has this laser fence gimmick. The annoying part about this is that, you know, they change sprite. So even if you fall down next to one, you can just die if it decides to change sprite to wherever you currently are. So I have to be really careful about that. And there isn't much going on in the stage. So if there's anything else you have to say through, you can probably do a few.
Absolutely, thank you very much. I would like to announce that we have just had a free $100 donation from someone you know well, BBF. It's Kale Mandu, who says, I was Grassmaster. Thank you very much for the donation.
I knew it. I knew it. But he wasn't. I was told someone else was it. Maybe I got debated. Grassmaster is a throwback to a donation I received during a different marathon run, and I was like wondering for years, who that guy was, because it was a message about like a person knowing me and just looking forward to meeting me or whatever, and I was really, really confused. Also, thanks for the $300, Kale. If that was actually you, you never know. I didn't think you were gonna donate, but I'm glad you did. If it was you. Alright, I'm not doing too hot on this stage. The platform in this game gets pretty tilting, so I have to try really hard to not get very annoyed with, you know, how I'm dying. I have to accept that I'm dying because there's no way I'm gonna PB. And my PB might be 20 minutes faster than the estimate, but my PB is pretty good, as I usually really, really enjoy grinding my games so much that I start hate them. I know a lot of speedrunners can know this feeling. Like, you play a game so much because you want to get a good time, and then you just hate the game and you start hating yourself for running it. It was very, very true for this game, and I think every single person that has ever run this game actually hates it by now. And this screen is pretty bad, I think. You have like a limited amount of jumps in the top right. And there's only one way to beat the screen. That's like a big missed opportunity, I think. If there were several parts, it would be much more fun. But I'll get in choke. Thank goodness. That screen takes forever. It's like an auto-scroller-ish thing. These boost pads give you a huge sideways or upwards boost, and you can cancel the sideways boost by moving or jumping. But take advantage of that to not get slammed into a wall and lose time. There's a really tight early cycle on this screen that I discovered like a little bit ago. And that is not how you get it. That's not gonna work, is it? I wanna wait. You can go earlier here if you get here fast enough, but I wasn't feeling it. An upcoming screen is pretty long. You can read a donation or message during it. Not the screen. I always forget the screen exists. I have run into the laser bar like 10 times throughout my speedrunning career because I just forget the screen exists. The now upcoming screen is a pretty long screen where I have to hit a bunch of buttons, so I messed that up. Okay, we saved it. Okay, now we have to hit these 5 buttons, it is. If there's anything you want to say, go ahead.
Absolutely, thank you very much. We have a $10 donation from GBG who says, I want to be the Boshi. And thanks to everyone's generous donations, BBF, it's Boshi time.
Oof. I would like to say I'm prepared, but I'm not prepared. Also, there's like a troll at the end. If you hit the last switch, the electric fence pops up and you think you have to stay where you are, but if you stay where you are, you die. Okay, I did the hard part of this save correctly. The beginning is like the hard part, and now it's just a bunch of auto-scroller stuff. Yoink. Okay. The thing about this game that makes it pretty frustrating to run, honestly, is the amount of really, really long saves. Luckily, I can do this now. No hands. Mom is watching, so look, Mom, no hands. I'm gonna do a skip here. We're supposed to just stand still, but I'm gonna do this. It worked. Nice. That's actually not that easy. That is stage 2 done. And now we are at boost score, where we're gonna do something unintentional. If you hold right, you can get past the first laser fence. I'm pretty sure that's unintentional. Now on this boss, you can only hit him on the green and blue blinking thing. And again, this is probably the easiest quick kill to get. 64 is not too... Oh, I walked off and then jumped. When was the last time I died to this boss? Must have been like 100 runs ago. But if you walk off a platform and jump, you don't get your first jump. And I expected to have a second jump, you know. Ah, that was bad RNG. Okay, that's like the only RNG attack he has, luckily. We are 61 damage now, so we are doing better than last time, despite getting unfavorable RNG. This boss is really learny. You have to like know which fences disappear to get out of there on time. Okay, and now the attack where we hopefully kill him. On this part, it targets you, so I have a set strat that I just completely messed up, but really good. Nice. That is boss 2 done. This is probably the easiest boss in the speedrun, or very close to the easiest. And because I was thinking that I died, I like jinxing stuff by saying this is easy, or this is free, or this is the run. Shoutouts to my community members that put up with my stuff like that. Every time I call a run, it just dies right away. So we call this the Star Wars stage. Can you guess why? I bet you can't guess why. It's the laser swords. Or lightsabers. There's some fake floor there, but he warns you about it, so what? Okay. You're supposed to hold right. Right? What? Excuse me? What is happening? Okay. Okay, we made it. Thank goodness. That was something. Oh yeah, this is another really heavy cycle stage. You reload most of the saves to just go as fast as possible. But the cycle, like, this platforming is pretty tight, actually. A lot of this platforming in this game is not that hard, but this stage specifically has like, what the hell? I didn't want that to happen. I held left too early. I usually bonk here and then hold left, but I held left too early and ran into the hole. Well, okay. The game is gonna pick up a little bit more later. This is like the last huge cycle-based stage. Afterwards, we can go a little bit faster. So bear with me if this game doesn't look that interesting yet. It's gonna get better. And also a lot more frustrating and hurtful for my fingers, but we're gonna get to that later. This game is not the best speedrun game, I'm gonna be honest. But it's so well produced, I felt like it should have been shown off. So here we are. Shout out to ESA for accepting my runs again, or my run. Fatske told me last year he was not gonna accept Boshi again, and then he just put it as a donation incentive. So he screwed up. I love you, Fatske. Please keep doing what you're doing. This is actually the first year where we have several... I mean, we had co-op and Run the Marathon in 2016 or 17. But this year we have 3 different fan games. After this one, there's I Want to Take the Time Machine by Nadua. Who I'm really looking forward to that one. That game is pretty sick. It's like a different engine. Like a more modern engine if you want. So definitely look forward to that. This screen, you just have to know what to do. And I know what to do, hopefully. The thing is, if I mess up once, I just fall apart. Luckily I didn't. Alright. This is really difficult. This game has like a weird use of jump replenishers where the jumps that you have to do with them are actually difficult. That's like... Usually jump replenishers are not too bad to handle, but in this game they are pretty rough. Okay, I first tried the landing. That jump usually kills me at least once. Poggers. This is a really difficult pattern screen. Let's see. Like, figuring this out casually takes a while. Oh no. Even in a speedrun, this isn't free or anything. Oh, come on. Now I'm just doing it wrong. Let's see. Focus. He's done it. Okay. Yeah. I did it. I sure hope the crowd is proud of me. And Twitch chat as well. I almost died. No, get up. Get up there. Get up there. Thank you. There's something about these one block gap jumps that are impossible in this game. I can't tell what it is. But there's a bunch of them and it's really annoying. So, on this part, the metal things the lightsabers come out of actually kill you. Which is only relevant for this save. And if you play casually, you wonder what you are dying to consistently. On like every single death. Alright, there's a warning sign there, but I don't know why that warning sign is there, because there's not really anything happening. Okay, good. This screen, these grey orbs, or electric clouds, I think they are supposed to be, are random. And that's 2 spawners instead of 1, like earlier. Oh, that was so close. That was close. This is like a little auto-scroller party. I have to go right here on the left, there's a troll that kills you. So I have to go right. That's a question I get a lot. Another laser screen. On these screens, the timing when the lasers shoot is on a global timer when they start. So I really want to avoid reloading the save, because then I have no idea what I'm doing with the cycles. And luckily we apparently first tried it. Very nice. As always, this is just knowing what you do. Also nice glitch with the laser going to the next screen. I wonder if you can somehow die to that. You probably can. And I would be very, very upset if that ever happens. Gotta go fast here. Classic speed. What? What was that? I didn't get a jump. Whatever, dude. This save isn't particularly long. Okay, the second puzzle room. This takes a little bit longer. And it's also a little bit more complicated. I have to shoot this one. Don't forget anything. If I forget anything, I have to reload because I have no idea what I forgot. And looking at the screen and to see what I did wrong, probably takes longer to fix than, you know, just redoing it. Luckily, this is always the same every time. Otherwise, this would be a terrible, terrible stage, and I would probably struggle an extreme amount of time. And this is the last screen of stage 3. That's like the last screen is always pretty easy. I don't know why he did that, but it's like the epic lead up to the boss. This is Resident Sleeper. This boss is by far the most boring boss in the game. So if you have any messages that you want to plug, or maybe donations, I don't know. This is a perfect time to do it because this boss is really, really bad and boring.
Thank you very much, BBF. We have a $10 anonymous donation. Thank you very much for your donation. And I would like to talk to everybody about a website that you should all know and love, Twitch. Twitch is sponsoring us this year for ESA Summer 19, and they are continuing to support other speedrunning events. And I would also like to remind everybody that this year, your Twitch Prime subs and also the cheers that you do in chat will be going towards the donation total. So thank you all very much for supporting us.
So I dealt 25 damage on the first 2 cycles, and that's quick kill pace. I hope I get it. Oh, you know, I died because I go for it. Okay, again 25. Another 25 cycle, and we got the 4 cycle, which takes like 10 seconds. It's not important because the attack that you have to dodge if you don't get it is really super easy. Oh, we did it. Nice. I rarely get that in runs, actually. Looks like my mashing speed is just perfect. So yeah, the bosses have 7 iframes or something, so I have to like just barely not full speed mash. And on this stage I'm gonna show something off. I'm standing still, I'm pressing right for 1 frame now. Whee! That's good ice, right? You move for 1 frame and you just slide 50 pixels or whatever. Great ice physics. Shoutouts. But this stage has the most skips by far. And it's actually probably my favorite stage. Nope. This is my favorite stage by quite a bit, I would say. The platform is just really fun, the skips are fun. I mean, the ice physics could be better, but you know. Ice physics are not all bad. Like, you can do this thing where you hit the safe while sliding without losing time. So we are going really fast. Also, shout out to the music choices and the production value in this game is out of this world. This is probably still in like the top 5 most well-produced fan games, even after like 7 years, 6 or 7 years since it came out. We're gonna go fast here, so we can't mess up that jump. Okay. Jump. Nice. And now we have the part where the platform fall down. It just gets progressively more difficult. It's gonna like the difficulty balance has some issues in this game. But everything in the stages is pretty well contained, and stages, they are so well themed and thought out, like what you have to do. How did that not work? That's like the easiest skip in the world. You're supposed to go around, but you can just do this jump. I don't know how he missed that or if that is intentional, but Skipperino. Boring part again, dodging these snowballs. I think the game thinks you're not fast enough to get there, so you have to dodge them differently, but we are speedrunners. The next screen has a really difficult skip. I might die like 20 times. I'm glad no one did like the thing where you donate per death, because this game has very highly fluctuating death counts. If this one is under 100, I'm very happy. Okay. We are currently at 30. We reload here to get the cycle. Oh, we first tried it. Excuse me. I just made that look so easy, but in runs it actually takes me like up to 20 attempts sometimes. You have to do a very low jump at a like almost, I would say, frame perfect timing to not die. But as always, difficult stuff is easy in marathon runs and easy stuff is difficult. You're gonna probably see me die to some of the easier stuff in the game. I mean, you probably already have. But yeah, this game is a lot less trolly. This is like the trollier stage as well. A lot of triggers where the stuff falls down and kills you. You could do a skip here. A so-called 4.5 jump. There's a trick that actually jump exactly 1 pixel higher, which is just enough to clear this from the bottom, but I'm so bad at that, and if you don't get it in like 3 attempts, it doesn't save any time. Okay, more ice physics. The hardest part, I would say, in the stage is playing around the ice physics. You just cannot move before you jump, or you just slide into oblivion. That's pretty good stage 4. Also, there's this number here. Like, random as hell, I'm gonna say. Like, really random. I don't know why that is there, but it's there. There's another skip coming up here. Let's hope I get it. Okay, we got it. Nice. And now up to the next boss. Again, last screen of the stage. Really easy. You could safe jump across this gap, but I'm really bad at it, so I just don't bother. Now we have Frost Winds. This boss has like an incredibly difficult quick kill that hasn't never been achieved yet. And I'm gonna get it right now. So I need to focus really hard. This boss is amazing. The music is like sour please. No! That was such good damage. And I got too greedy. The greed is real. Oh, now I missed that 1 extra damage. If you get the quick kill that no one has ever gotten, you skip like a 15 to 20 seconds avoidance part. Bad part about what you have to do with this stuff by shooting, which is really not... Oh, I shot the wrong way. That's a yikes. 21 is okay. Not quick kill potential. But we should still be able to get the normal quick kill. How I don't die here. So, we wanted to kill him here. As I said, no one has ever gotten this before. So you dodge this, avoid this, and avoid doing this, and this is really, really long. This was one of the most learny ones. It's like, you can't first try a single attack pretty much. Which is kind of stupid, but, you know, it's manageable. I almost died, like several times. 5, can I get 5 here? Nope. Now we have to do an extra attack. Hooray, I messed up. Don't die. Do yourself a favor and don't die, please. I did myself a favor. So he spawns the snowman now, and the snowman stay. So I have to, like, not die, hopefully. I should have just killed them, but, you know, swag strats in the marathon, etc. Okay, this is where the game gets really, really, really frustrating and hard to run. This stage is, like, mostly serious time, except for, like, 1 or 2 screens. Okay, these vines don't work like normal fan game vines. You have to press jump before you press right to get away from them, but it gives you 2 jumps. That was too early. Guess what? Also too early. What? There we go. That jump is hard. I have a very special place in my heart for these jumps off the stage. I better not say what I call them. Not very appropriate. Come on, this jump is also precise. Okay, this is the second hard jump here. That looked good, but I didn't get it. Also, shoutouts to Lion King music. Why is everything difficult right now? There we go. Good shit. Oh, I'm sorry. No one heard that's right. Alright, and on we go. The thing about these vines, if you even hold the direction for 1 frame before jumping, you walk off the vine and only have a second jump. Which is very hard to get used to when you are used to normal fan game vines. I mean, these make for pretty fun platforming segments, so I'm not too mad. Okay. Good. Alright, this jump. This jump in the top middle here is something. Oh, okay. I didn't expect that, but that was good. That jump is top 3 hardest jumps in the entire game. That's about jump by... Oh, that's not the screen I was thinking of again. I don't know why I'm so bad at remembering what's happening in this game. I did 3 runs of this during practice yesterday, and everything went well. So I was kind of worried everything was going to go really, really poorly during this run, but we are doing okay, I think. I don't know what the time is at, and I don't really care, but it feels like we're doing okay. Let's see. After the screen, you can probably read a donation or something, but we gotta get past this hell first. Also, the spike sprites are really weird in this game, which actually is an issue, but I want to talk about that later. Okay, you can read a donation now.
Thank you very much, BBF. We have $5 from the Grassmaster96. Greetings from Germany. Good luck, BBF. I'll never forget when we met. A magical moment in time, just like this speedrun. And we have a $200 donation. Which has also pushed us over $20,000 raised.
I had to do it. I'm going to continue.
From Ash9196, 20k hype. Alright, that's all from me. I have to go to work tomorrow, so good night. Thank you all so very much for the donations.
Thank you very much for the big donations. Now we have another Grassmaster donation, so I'm confused again, you know. There has been better things, like less confusing things in my life. Like, this jump is so weird. If you hold up while walking off of one of those climbing vines, You actually move upwards for like a couple of frames more because you have upwards momentum that gets reduced by the normal gravity. Kinda advanced mechanic that you somehow have to use on that jump without really knowing you have to do it. At least I think you have to do it. I have no idea if that's a very different way. RNG, my favorite. Something about this. Oh, I didn't grab that. These things act like platforms, so you jump into them and press jump to get on top of them. Hello? Nice. Hello? Can I please? Could I please? Thank you. Very good. That only took a little bit longer than it should have. This is a skip, by the way. I don't know why this is a skip, but it's a skip. So yeah, thank you for a lot of donations so far. And thank you for meeting the Boshi goal again. I really like running Boshis and marathons. And I'm gonna gladly do it for the rest of my life if I have to make money for charity. Okay, that was stage 5. That went about as pretty average. This boss is really, really easy except for the first attack. Boss is RNG. Yikes. I mean, you really, really want to get the quick kill on this boss. This boss has like a really long attack if you don't get it. But the first attack is RNG and you have to play it risky to get good enough damage. So, we should be good from here on out. I have no idea why I said that because now something terrible is going to happen and I'm going to regret saying that again. Okay. I jump here because the boss spawns a vine that chases me and I can't shoot through the vine, so I have to like constantly jump to continuously shoot the boss. Once again, the music in this game is just a banger. Okay, we did it correctly. Don't die. Okay, we should be good. Jump over this, and we good. Nice. The bosses have been going considerably better than expected, which is the good thing because bosses is usually where you lose most of the time in these runs. My PB loses mostly times to bosses. My PB has like a really good platforming run, but terrible boss death. So, as everyone knows, every game needs a water stage. And this water stage is pretty annoying. Yes, the fish kill you. I should have mentioned that in the last stage the birds don't kill you, but in this stage the fish kill you. Weird inconsistency and actually really annoying if you're not used to it. The worst part about the stage is the spike sprites, like the... I don't know what they are called. The things. Usually, most fan games you have just platforming with the default spike sprite, so you can work around that. But with this game, like every stage has a slightly different spike sprite or something. Which adds to the challenge. Let's set this up properly. We did it. Okay, didn't choke. Oops. And on these updrafts, you go up really, really fast, and there's like down and left and right draft as well later on. Again, if you walk out of it, you keep your upwards momentum for a little bit, which is very scary to play around. And on this one, to go slower, you have to hold the opposite direction, but if you hold the direction the flow is going, you don't get faster, which is a very nice programming oversight. Okay, that was good. That's a really precise right press here. That was late? Okay. If you realize you are late, you can jump to super small, like super minorly change your height to make that. We're doing a skip here. Let's hope this works first try. So the kid doesn't really die unless the block is moving downwards. So if we do this and do this, and we just skip the right half of the puzzle. You can read out some messages now. The next screen is another block puzzle and it takes like 45 seconds. I don't enjoy it, but if you have anything to say, I sure do hope you do.
Thank you very much, BBF. I would like to talk about one of our returning partners who are Western Digital Black. The Western Digital Black NVMe SSDs provide the speed that we speedrunners need. Thank you very much for your support, and I'd also like to shout out Malmö City, which is where we are currently situated. Malmö City is the host of our event for ESA Summer 2019, and we thank them for supporting the event and making us feel just at home.
I was thinking a little bit there because I actually messed up. I was like, this isn't right, I forgot a step. But luckily it wasn't too major. Please someone find a skip for the screen, thank you in advance. This is probably the longest screen in the game. I mean, longest save, I guess. I had like an auto-scroll later on that's like 2 minutes long. So whatever. And we're done with the puzzles, and now we're going back to actual platforming. Thank goodness. That's something about the save. I used to always first try this, but I kind of forgot my inputs at some point, and I never remembered how to do it again. That was really good, though. I used to think the second half is the hard part of this world by far, but for some reason over the years, the second half has gotten considerably easier than the first half. It's kind of weird. That happens a lot. Like, when you run this game first, or Boshi or whatever, the bosses are the hard part at the start, but after like 20 runs, 50 runs, whatever, the bosses just start getting easier and the... Oh, I shouldn't have stopped. Yeah, okay. The bosses get considerably easier and the platforming gets somehow considerably harder because you have to do more optimal, and every death ruins your run pretty much. Also, yeah, on the screen, when you're at the eel, that's the electricity thing, you have to be out of the water. It's pretty lenient on the ending animation, so I'm gonna try to do a skip here. It's not really a skip, it's the fast cycle. Let's go. I did it, okay. I only, like, a week ago started doing that. Like, yeah, pretty much exactly a week ago. I kinda incorporated a bunch of new stuff in this run. That's, like, on last minute. I was... What? I did not know you could overjump that. That's the first time I overjumped that. I usually have the issue that I underjump it. But yeah, there's a bunch of strats I don't do in this run. Because they're just too difficult or not consistent enough. A test would have a really good time with this game with the boss quick kills and such. But that's not a test of this game. If you want to test this game, this would probably be a really good game to test. There's a bunch of silly skips that you can do. The bosses are like ridiculously quick to beat if you have perfect mashing and damage and everything. What? When was the last time I died to that? And the landing part is really easy. You just align to the wall and then jump up. I have no idea how I messed it up. What is happening? Again, I said it's easy. That was my fault. I don't say it's easy. I don't learn from my mistakes, clearly. Oh, yeah, almost at the end of the stage. Okay, now a little bit of an auto-scroller, but a really pretty nice troll at the end. Again, this game has something about random animals appearing. So we go here. And there's, for some reason, I don't know why, there's a whale here. Alright, now we have the upcoming boss, which is the second hardest for me. The damage optimization is really difficult or dangerous, and you have to do it because it takes forever to do. You don't get it. Echo and on guard. Actually, a boss with 2 HP bars. We're gonna get Echo to like 35-ish or below here. Okay, we did it. And now the hard part where on guard appears. Oh my goodness, that was something. And now the fish from the side are random, pseudo random, and you kind of want to shoot them as much as possible, obviously, but what are we damage? That's really good damage. Under 20 is good. I could have gotten a bunch more there at the end, but I kind of messed up. But you know, under 20, I'm okay hand with this. The thing about this boss is you have to like, constantly jump. Like if you touch the floor, you die. Like, casually, this might be the... Like, casually, this boss is hell. The last phase takes like 3 minutes if you don't quick kill one of the bosses. Also good. 22, that's pretty bad. I shot the wrong way again. That's okay. He's not gonna do anything in the last phase because I kill him before he does anything. Okay, let's hope I get lucky. I mean, it's not really lucky, it's mashing dependent. If I want to kill him before I have to dodge anything here, these C-stars target me. Okay, that's good. Hit him one more time. Thank you. I don't have to dodge anything. Nice. Now we kill Echo and the boss is over. Don't go AFK after you beat this boss. You still fall down and you will still die to the spikes at the bottom. That has happened a lot. Oh no, stage 7. Oh no. This is absolute serious time for like the first 3 or 4 saves. This drop. We have like a 2-frame window to hold left. Okay, we did it. Good. Let's hope we don't choke. I mean, it's not really a choke. This entire stage is like hard. And every single jump is a double full jump almost. And full jumping a lot ruins your finger with whatever finger you are jumping. That's why this game is bad for your whatever finger you jump with. I jump with thumb and my finger already hurts after 2 minutes in the stage. Okay, this is like the last super difficult part. This time is really weird. You have to hit that cloud at a weird angle too. Either if you do it like that, you have to hold right at frame perfectly. But if you hit it from below, you have a little bit more time for that. Okay. There's some parts later on where there's like an auto-scroller thing and stuff, so... Again, this game has some pretty boring parts, but also a lot of very intense parts. That gate jump is death. Okay. On this screen, the bird charges at you until it touches the wall and then it retargets. So we have to do pretty precise movement to bait him to go the right way. That should be good. Yep. Nice. Okay. Now this. You bounce off these clouds and have to use that to, not die and progress. I like the glitch with these clouds where you let go of jump, it stops bouncing you up, as well as if you jump, you can cancel your bounce. Right. We have like another bird screen coming up. That is even more precise than the first one. I don't like how the screen scrolls in this game. It like keeps focus on the kid, which is terrible way of doing screen scrolling. That's like my biggest issue with this game, really. There's gonna be a screen later on that goes vertical, and it's an absolute mess. I think it pretty much at the end of the game, it's an absolute mess. So look forward to that. It's pretty motion sickness inducing. You're gonna give a warning when that happens. So yeah, you can read a donation or two.
Thank you very much. We have an $8 donation from Demke. Thank you very much. And I'd like to talk about one of our long-term partners, ViewSonic Elite, who are providing all the gaming monitors for the event. With over 30+ years of experience working on CRT to 1 millisecond LCD monitors, ViewSonic Elite is using that knowledge to take their gaming products in a new direction.
Okay, we're not getting it. I'm trying to do the 4.5 jump here with the bunny hop. I'm gonna try like 3 more times. Come on. I think that was good, but I messed it up. Whatever. We just do the screen regularly. It saves a lot more time here than it does in stage 4, so I was kind of trying to go for it. Also, apparently not the best idea. Okay, we made that. If we didn't get up, then we had to reload. Okay, don't. I said don't! Why did you? Okay, that was a choke in the making. And it didn't happen. Thank God. These screens are pretty annoying. Like, this jump is really precise. Ooh, that was close. Do this. This jump here at the end is weirdly precise. I need to put it like... He puts it in this game like 5 times and it doesn't get easier. What? I walked off. Once again, this is like try and error, but it's really easy try and error. Can I make that? I can. This jump. Nope. There's like one of the things. The stage is bad. By far the weakest stage in the game, I would say. Like the level design isn't very inspired. It's not very fun. Okay, left, right, left. Dodge this. And onto this screen. We have to go fast here. This game has like a bunch of speedrunning screens kind of thrown in. Luckily they are usually pretty easy because the challenge is supposed to be going fast enough. But as a speedrun we go fast enough by default, so... I said it's not difficult. And you see what happens. It gets difficult. Okay. We should be good. Okay. First try that. Another precise left press. He did some... Oh no. What do I do? Okay. Saved. No! Oh man. I have no words for that. That's a choke lul in the chat right there. Luckily I can't see chat. Okay, we did it. Last save. We did the difficult jump first try, so... And the next boss is pretty fun actually. As the hard attack is the first attack again. Because my strat is terrible and I'm too lazy to learn something new. But these things, they retarget you. They work like the bird does. Except there's like 5 of them. My strat is super bad, but I own up to it. I just do it. I own that bad strat, and I'm gonna own it forever. And then I complain because I can't do it sometimes and call the game bad because the attack is stupid. Oh look, it's a missing no knockoff. Except that this is pattern and missing no around me. It just go left, go right, go left, go right. Over and over again. Now for the attack there you get insane or absurd amount of damage. Just this. Standing at this spot is kind of optimal to shoot as he's moving. Okay, good. You have time to read donation again. As always after bosses. That's a long cutscene.
Cool, thank you very much, BBF. We actually, I would like to point out that we have a prize during the length of the marathon.
And that jumps look really easy. And it's really hard to explain where you're going. I don't know why that just killed me. That's like weird. It happens sometimes. Most of the time you can just hold the direction to not die, but somehow it didn't work there. Maybe I hold it right or frame too early. Oh no, this screen should have a second save, for example. Oh, this save is actually pretty rough. There we go. And the final screen coming up. Okay. Probably the hardest boss coming up. I say that all the time, but the final boss on guard, and this is the hardest boss in the game. Also, trigger warning, spider. A very, very obnoxiously looking spider. Oh, this is amazing damage. What? That's like the best damage I ever had. Excuse me? Interesting. The thing about this boss is it has RNG at the end. That's kinda where stuff can go wrong. This is like one of the bosses where the quick kill isn't important. But it gets kinda difficult if you don't get it. You don't lose much time, but you might die. Go left, go right, stay here. Go left, go right. Go pick up the step. This thing is pretty cool. This is probably the most well-designed boss in the game. This thing is pretty fun to do. And now for the RNG attack, where I hopefully don't die. The beasts respawning, they go at a random order. And that can... Oh my god, I survived. Thank you, game, for demonstrating why this boss is difficult without killing me. Shout out to the game. That was tight. Go ahead to read a donation again, or a message.
Thank you very much, BBF. We have a $50 donation from random user 719. My apologies. Excellent fan game right here. Best of luck, BBF.
Alright. Minecraft stage. With the hardest jump in the entire game on the second screen. In my practice runs, it took like 10 attempts on every single run. I hope it goes a little bit better this time. The last jump on this screen is something else. We have to trigger these bats. And then shoot them. We kill a lot of animals in this game. I apologize if you are a fan of animals. So this jump, that is really awkward. I can't do it. It's like so weird. I try to find setups and it just doesn't work. It's impossible. This jump is literally impossible. Literally. It's actually not a thing that you can do. I'm convinced this is actually impossible now. What? How does that not make it? You can read another message. As long as I don't get this might take a little bit.
Okay, thank you very much, BBF. I'd like to remind everybody that we are streaming on Twitch, and Twitch is sponsoring us for this event. Without them, we wouldn't be able to put on the event, so we thank them very much. And they are also helping to sponsor other speedrunning events. And the revenue that we get from the Twitch Prime subs and also your cheers will go towards the final donation total for this year. So thank you all very, very much.
Oh, we did it. Just on time when the donation ended. Good stuff. Oh, the message ended. It wasn't really a donation. There's a skip on the screen. There are two skips on the screen that are working separately. And we can do this weird jump to the left of me right now. Try and skip these two triggers, buttons, TNT on the left. But that is really precise. I already spent so much time trying, like, dying on the difficult jump. I'm not gonna do it. Or you go left at the start and do what we call a jump cancel, which lets you jump lower than intended for the game. To do an unintentional route to save, to give like two other triggers. Also, one of the favorite gimmicks everyone has, spotlights, except it's torches. It makes sense in the context, but it's still not a good gimmick. Sorry to tell you. This screen is pretty weird with how you have to shoot the bats. Oh, I don't fall into the previous screen. Okay. I still haven't looked at the timer, but I sure hope this should still be under estimate. I believe. The bosses have been going so well. I was like, no way. I lost so much time with that. Why is that jump so precise? I set it up and I still died. I didn't hit the bat. Ah, this stage is weird. There we go. I dodged the hard spike and I took the easy spike. Oh, we're already over 100 deaths, so rip that dream. We got it. Don't choke. Why is this choke jump here? Okay. Minecarts, which have really weird physics. The screen scrolling kind of gives you extra momentum or something. It's hard to explain that. You move slightly farther to the right than you usually do, which doesn't make any sense. Good. Now we have minecart with, you know, torch gimmick. Also, this is a nice glitch. If you run into the block, you just spawn back into the minecart for whatever reason. I don't even blame the game playtesters for not finding that, because that is so weird. You wouldn't even think about testing that. And I just glitched into the minecart again. I feel like you should have coded this gimmick a little bit better if you was going to put it in. That's actually a new strat to hit that first. So you don't have to wait for the falling animation when you actually go there. But it can kill you, so I usually didn't do it. I just did it for the swag. Again, looping around, hitting buttons. This stage does that a lot. But we're gonna play Minecraft soon. There was a Minecraft run earlier, I hope that was fun. I didn't really catch it because it was at a bad time for me, but... apparently Minecraft is a good speedrun. Who would have thought, right? I didn't choke. Nice. Good. Now we have the spotlight with the bats. So we have to know where they are. I just randomly shoot here to hit one that's really far off screen, so it doesn't kill us. Good. More bats. Bats are like the big losers of this game. Okay, we did it. And now I have to use the mouse while moving with the keyboard, which is really awkward for my control scheme. My left hand has to reach from the arrow keys to the spacebar. Oh, I first tried the corner skip. Insane. I'm gonna leave this cursor on the screen because I need it again. Going up here is much easier, so we just do no hand strats again. Shout out to no hands. This game is so weird. That's like the weirdest glitches. Also, good music again. I think this track is from golden. I want to take the torch. I'm not gonna do the screen blindfolded. Oh, pretty much blindfolded. There's a skip we can do here, but we kind of have to do a weird jump while destroying a block, and we're not gonna do it. We gladly skip the save, because as long as we don't destroy the wrong block, we can't die. I have to admit this mouse moves slightly faster than it does when I play at home, so I might actually misclick. Also, these blocks sometimes just don't get destroyed when you click them. I have no idea why, but sometimes they take 5 button presses. And we're out of this. There's a really, really long auto-scroller coming now, so... we have to go up, down, 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 which is explained in the top left of the room where you don't even check, so you just try and arrow through it, which is really annoying. But yeah, feel free to read a message, because this is really long. So we are getting bad RNG, by the way. It's random which button. It's random if they're up or down. If you're like lucky, you don't have to shoot a single one. And I think we had to shoot every single one, so it doesn't cost time or save time. But still, never lucky baby rage. Alright, upcoming is with boost core, one of the easiest bosses. If you get the quick kill, which is really easy. But I'm still gonna die once. Because the damage optimization is not super free. Also, I don't know why there are aliens in this cave, but there are aliens in this cave. Apparently there are mono eyes. That's not how you really do that, but whatever. We good, G. They have 1 HP bar. So as long as we get enough damage on anyone, it doesn't really matter. Finding the strat to appeal really good damage is actually not that easy. We got to 20, which should be good. Oh, we kill him here. If we don't kill him here, we have to wait forever before we can damage him again. Oh, we're under an hour to stage 10. Insane. This one is not actually bad. It's far from PB pace, but it's not bad. So the big stage 10, I hyped this up quite a bit, and I think this gets rightfully hyped up. This is very, very epic. This is like the huge build-up to the final boss. So it's like the gauntlet of doing different mini-bosses. If you get unlucky on the screen, you have a big problem like that. If there's one... Don't. Okay. Whew. You can read a message during this. This is weird. You just go left, right, left, right. Hope you don't die.
Cool, thank you very much, BBF, and sorry about missing your prompt before. We have a $5 donation from Argvar, who says, "So happy to see a speedrunning event for charity in my home city. Keep it up and speed those runs." Thank you very much for the donation.
I'm currently in the process of speeding the runs. Thank you very much. Cool. And this is pattern. There's gonna be 2 of them now. Then there's supposedly a way to kill both of them before they throw a second one. But twice. I've never gotten it though, so yeah. You have to wait until the X goes off screen. If you would kill both of them, you would save like a second or 2. As I've done before. Now everyone's favorite Castlevania enemy. And they're as bad as they are in Castlevania. Maybe even worse. Because they actually kill you in 1 hit. We did it. Sometimes lucky, and etc. Now on this screen, the saw blade out of the floor. You just do a strat. You roll all the way to the right, then you go all the way to the left. And you go to them a little bit like here. I think this is the spot. Do this. Good. I love pattern stuff. It's so easy to dodge. This is boring. You can read a message again. He targets you and you just jump around.
Cool, thank you very much. I would like to remind everybody that the Yeti, who is a partner with us this year, has a special line of ESA merchandise. Free shirts and a pin, where $5 per shirt and $4 per pin goes to charity. And the shirt designs are super cool. You should go and check them out at www.theyeti.com/ESA.
I have never seen anyone die to this except myself once when I was paying attention. Even casually, I don't think I've ever seen anyone die there. So I still believe you can two-cycle this guy, but I can never get it. Dang! It might actually be important. What? And it's not that long, that's fine. That actually happens a little bit. I went to the wrong gap, so I can't confuse what I had to do. That's better. It's also a bait. If you jump as soon as possible to shoot him at the end, on the last one, you get hit by the shockwave. Which probably kills you once. And also you always go for optimal damage, obviously. So you have the fishmen that have that amazing ability to just hold left and you just dodge their shot. Now there's 2 where we do this. And then there's 2 closer to each other where we just do this. Strats! Now for a save that used to be completely free for me, but recently I've for some reason started dying. These target you, so you could theoretically do the same thing every time. But as always, I kinda just don't remember my strats sometimes. Okay, the dragon. We hold right until he spits a fireball, go to the middle, and now we jump over, jump over. I'm glad the strat exists because this part would be very easy if it didn't. Okay. Now we go here. Approximately. Okay. This part is like mainly strats. Now for Evil Skull. Choke percent. It's an Evil Skull that spawns Evil Skulls. And the worst part about it is the bat. If the bat was moving faster, it would probably be easier. But it moves so slow, it's actually kind of hard to play around it. Sometimes. And I constantly jump to make the bat not touch the floor, because then I have an issue. It's kind of the strat here. Okay. Nice, that's 10-1 done. Off to 10-2, which is inside the castle. Which is really, really good. And sour please percent to the maximum. I love this song. This is also the most difficult part of the game. casually. Because every screen is semi-difficult, as you just saw. In reality, I died to nothing. I shouldn't have died, but I'm trying to cover my tracks here. Good. This room we have to hit all the switches while not dying. Again, knowing the path, which you figure out in like 5 seconds if you look at the screen. The puzzles in this game are not Galaxy Brain difficulty, luckily. Yeah. I don't know why, but I can't speak a not Twitch language anymore. Is that an issue? I mean, as long as I don't do it at home, it's probably fine, right? Suddenly Super Meat Boy sauce that make this weird sound. I'm probably gonna annoy some people with this, but that sound they play is really, really annoying. I didn't notice until like a week ago that sound is actually really annoying. Okay, that's good. And auto scroller, that's not particularly easy. On the next screen, the screen's gonna tilt left and right as I move. It might be a bit hard to look at if you're not used to it, so fair warning. The next screen can be a little bit rough if you don't want to pay attention for like 10 seconds after the screen. Okay, I didn't worry what to do. Alright. This is what I call the Boshi screen. Because Boshi is known for this screen tilt stuff. I usually never die here, so apologies. I'm gonna try to get out of this post-haste. Boshi really prepared me for that screen, and it's over in case you weren't watching. Okay, this room is awkward. I don't know if the strat is intentional, but this jump is really weird. I don't fancy it. You can read messages en masse now. This screen takes way too long. It's really boring.
Okay, thank you very much, BBF. I would like to point out to people that after we've had our fan game block with I Want to Find My Destiny and Take the Time Machine 2, Niglaria is going to be running Point Blank Trilogy, and he has a donation incentive, which is currently needing a little help to make its goal, where Niglaria will dual-wield his light guns. So if you'd love to see that, get those donations in. And I would like to remind everybody that we are raising money for the Alzheimer's Foundation. The World Health Organization, WHO, classifies dementia as one of the world's greatest health problems. Just over 47 million people are affected, and new cases detected every 3 seconds. The Alzheimer's Foundation is helping to raise money for a cure. So thank you all very much for your generous donations.
This screen is... I'm so angry. You don't even know how angry I am. My biceps is trembling, as we would say in our community. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's the tilt. No, does someone want to take over? I can't do it anymore. Please save me from this hell. Oh man, I'm so sad. Also, I want to say that the donation center should dual wield the laser, like the guns. That's like a top percent donation incentive. I imagine that it's really, 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 really fun. And Niglaria is a cool dude. So, definitely donate for that incentive. He's gonna make the most out of it, I'm sure. It's hard to talk about anything in this room because this room is so boring. It's like the anti-speedrun room. The worst by far. Okay. The casualties once again, and the problem of figuring out what you have to do. All of the levers. Okay. Now for an actually difficult screen. A lot of casual players call this the most difficult screen in the game. Whenever I jump, the things toggle. Good. The first save is considerably harder than the second one, in my opinion. But that's always my opinion. What do I do? Okay. Okay, nice. Deathless, hard save, hard screen. Still doing good pace. Sub 120 is probably not happening. Would have been nice to get sub 120, but... You know, marathon runs. I went very, 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 very safe on the estimate after what happened last year. Shoutouts to last year. I don't know why I just reminded myself of that, but... That's the reason the estimate is so safe. It's because of last year and because the final boss is actually... not that easy. Don't choke. Thank you. I like how that's just a random choke screen randomly in the stage. On this stage, of this part of the game, there's wind. We have to wait for the wind to do a couple of... Oh, I made that. Interesting. So we gotta wait here. Now we gotta use the wind to get over there. Wait a little bit and go. I did that wrong. Oh, it worked. So we have to go top, bottom, middle. Otherwise it doesn't work. Again, weird puzzle. Okay. Now for the hardest puzzle in the game, according to Mr. 20. According to Mr. 20, who's probably sitting behind me somewhere. He was sitting in front. He had the solution for this puzzle, and he sat in front of me for like 5 or 10 minutes, wondering what to do to solve this puzzle. But he didn't know he could go into the blank space like that. He's probably really glad I mentioned that. Puzzle Master. That is 10-2 done, and now for the maybe motion sickness inducing part of the run. Like, the camera stays focused on the kid. It's really, really bad. I first tried the hardest part there. Again, making the hard parts look easy, making the easy parts look hard. Kind of the theme of this run right now. Okay. We have to go fast again. Kind of nice how he just sprinkles these semi-speedrunning segments here and there. I feel right at home playing this game. Okay, this part is really bad. Okay, no. That's the hard part, the long drop. And because the camera is scrolling with you, it's really hard to see when you have to jump. Nice. Again, if you touch a platform and press jump, you get pulled on top of it. That's an interesting way to die. Finding new ways to die every day. Playing game speedruns. Not even once. Set this up properly. Good. That part used to be really choky until I found a really good setup for it. On the upcoming save, when I touch the question mark, that looks like Dark Boshy a little bit. And whenever I shoot, the lasers change. What just happened? It's kind of weird that you have to touch the thing, actually. Oh, come on! Luckily, the save is pretty quick if you are not me right now. You don't want to be me right now. I'm not doing too hot. Alright. Last screen of the game, but it's a really long one. And an auto-scroller, so there's really not much happening here. So go with more shoutouts or donations or whatever you have, Roop.
Thank you very much, BBF. We have a $10 donation from Zaz, who says, "Hello, enjoying the run so far? This donation is in honor of my friend Gigago. Let's beat Alzheimer's. Thank you very much for the donation."
What? Of course it kills you just barely before it goes into the block. I don't know if that is intentional, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's intentional to just annoy you. So you're supposed to do this differently, but I have like a weird strat where I go like here. Okay, that's pretty precise actually. I don't know why I do that. Again, I tend to not learn good strats. I tend to go with strats I did casually. Which I should really change. On this, tap, 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 tap. My PB dies here and it's really tragic. Really, really, really tragic. Don't go too early here. That was actually a little bit close. Okay, save 10 done. Time for the final boss. We are supposed to get holy water on this guy, but we don't have to talk to him. I know who he is, but he gives us holy water. Okay, death. That's a really hard quick kill I can get, maybe. Not the end of the world, I don't get it. I practiced doing the normal thread a little bit. That might work. 30 is good. Oh, 1 HP. Come on. I got bad RNG on the fireball, so I had to look out to not die instead of going for damage. Now we lose 30 seconds because he has literally 1 HP. Oh, he might just die because I'm not the greatest in this part. This boss quickly was supposed to be, like, was thought to be impossible. Until I started running this game. Like, a lot of people were gunning for it because it was so close to possible. I just put it on for myself. So now we are at the part where we would have gotten if we quick killed him. This is like mega serious time. Okay. Also, we throw holy water now for some reason. The game doesn't tell you, but you start throwing holy water after the first phase. Or when your death is immune to holy water before he dies. So we don't want to miss any shots here, because it's really... No! As I say that! Dang it! Now we might actually die. God beware. Okay. We have to do a weird attack at the end. It's kinda hard to dodge. Now... Laser... Oh, not laser. Fire pillars. Just kidding, we still win. But there's something more coming up. The screen fades to black completely. And... time. That was really... I did not expect. I thought the run was going much worse than this. I was thinking like 125, but I didn't die to the bosses like at all. I first died like pretty much every boss, I think. Insane. That's good. Yeah, I'm gonna have a sip of water. So we're gonna switch over to Boshi wrong war percent now. I don't know if there's a hosting thing between, so we can set it up. Or we go to the intermission screen real quick. But it's gonna take a little bit to set up. Okay, I'm back again, and I'm still BBF, and I'm gonna show the shortest category of Boshi that you probably haven't heard of before because no one runs it. My PB is 2:38 since yesterday, where I was doing practice. I PB'd by 5 seconds because I didn't use strats. I'm gonna try to do it again and maybe PB again. But if it ever mess up, I'm just gonna go for ultra safe strats. So I'm gonna get going in 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah! So we are using Sonic, who is broken. But we are the donation incentive text was a little bit misleading, I read. we are not going to play through the entire game with Sonic. Instead, we are gonna cheat. Oh no, oh no. We had it again. Well, there goes the chance to PB, so I'm just gonna do save strats right away. There's a glitch in this game. I should probably explain that. Where if you... I'm saved in World 1 at this X and Y position now. And when I hit the save, on the first frame the world gets updated. No, in the first frame the X and Y position gets updated, and on the second frame, after shooting save, the world gets updated. So if I shoot and reload on the same frame, shoot save and reload on the same frame, we get to the old world, but at the X and Y position where we currently are. Which looks like this. And now we are gonna do that trick in reverse from a different save point. I hope I don't die. If I die, I have to do World 1 again, which would be really bad. Playing it safe, and etc. Okay. We are going to this save, and we are in boss rush. Now I'm gonna rebind my controls, because I don't want to reload when shooting. We go to the Sogen portal, and now we switch to Sonic to get out of boss rush. Because beating Sogen in the boss rush doesn't trigger the credits. And now we go to the Sogen portal, which is unlocked because we went to the boss in the portal. And now we are at the final boss. I showed this run off in 2015 on my first ESA, but I'm pretty sure no one remembers that, and pretty sure no one knows this run exists outside of the community. So Sonic has a special property where he jumps really high. So instead of doing phase 2, we jump into phase 3. I practically zero cycled. This is the hard part. This is usually not the hard part with normal Boshi or Dark Boshi, but this is the hard part with Sonic. He controls, like, he has really weird, like, acceleration. It's really awkward to control him. I might choke once. We should be good, I hope. Oh, I skipped the boss music by shooting as I entered the boss. Okay. Sorry about no boss music. It's Sonic on Sonic action. I love it. Now we get into the radius ship. I can't press up. Do we die here? And... time! That's the run no one wants to run because it's terrible. That's why the main category is Dark Boshi, no wrong wall percent. Now you now know why no one runs this, right? This is a really bad category. I didn't mess up at all, pretty much. I got the tricks first try, I first tried Sogen. And we don't get the recredit music because we played on easy mode. So, la 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 la. La 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 la. You can cut to the damage. I'm done with this run. Thank you for watching. Thank you for donating for the incentive. Very much appreciated. Up next is I want to take the time machine 2 by Naloa, who is gonna probably make a big face reveal now because people don't know what he looks like really. So be excited for that. Alright, I closed the game. I probably shouldn't have closed the game yet. Whatever. I'm done though. Thanks for having me again. Until next year probably.